Hi guys, so we're going to do the weekly tarot read. Sorry I haven't done one in a while. I got busy with some other things, so I kind of let the weekly tarot reads kind of, take a nosedive and stuff. But I want to get back to that. I want to start doing the weekly tarot reads again and get those going on. Current events I've calmed down on too, since it's not as chaotic. Though I did, of course, certain things with George Floyd and the case and various things going on. I did touch on some of those aspects that were going on and stuff in the world. But today, I'm going to go ahead and do a reading. This message is really for like the light workers, the star seeds, the Pleiades, the Arcturians, and the various, even maybe a little Lemurian and Atlantean. And so we're going to kind of read for them because they're the ones who are awakening on the planet, and kind of what messages do you guys need to know as far as, your life purpose? What's your soul contract here? How are you going to help awaken people? Because as you know, if you guys follow my YouTube or even millions of other YouTubes that are out there, there's a lot of problems in the world, right? One of the big things is climate change. That's one of the biggest problems that we got going on. Trying to get people to save the planet. I know that's probably the number one mission. It really is. But especially, if we could get everybody to start waking up, they will become aware, that we're running out of time. That's one of the big messages. But I'm going to use Starman for your tarot read. And then I'm also going to draw from the Starseed Oracle. I'm going to grab some of my Starseed kind of themed decks. Light worker decks and various to kind of touch on some of that energy, and it does little Pleiades and everything like that. So let's kind of see what kind of messages you guys need as far as waking up humanity. What kind of stuff does Spirit want you to know? Let's get to it. And this deck is not a good deck to shuffle, so I pretty much just kind of mess with it like this, and what sticks up, here we go. It did it on its own. So we've got the Eight of Cups in the reverse position. Now, Eight of Cups, when it's upright, is about walking away. Okay? And now, I want to notice the reverse position. And so, I bet some of you, when you are faced with your mission here, on Earth, you look at how overwhelming. If you have really tuned in with your spirit guides and your team or the Council of Light or whoever you deal with, but if you tuned in, you probably thought about walking away. I just want to have a normal life. I don't want to deal with any of this. And probably get frustrated with humanity when you see all the wrongs going on. Why should I try to save these people? Just send me home. I totally empathize with you. So some of you, have felt like walking away from your mission. And maybe that's why you need to see my reading, to kind of, get on track and everything. What's important here? What else is popping up there? And we've got the Nine of Swords in the reverse position. So some of you may be even fighting some depression right now. That you're kind of, and you're worried about the world too. You have sleepless nights and things like that as well. But, things aren't going to get better unless everybody comes together and tries to fix this, But I get you. I get that some of you are kind of sitting there like, why did I have to come here and save this if these people don't even want to save themselves? I understand. So if you have those thoughts and you get frustrated with humanity when you see all that, just don't forget about the collective conscious and how people are trapped in a dream. Just try to remember that. And the Princess of Cups, a lot of you are even my young empaths, my young star seeds. I see your abilities are opening up. The Princess is especially about opening up with the cups. So many of you are just beginning to get in tune with your mission and you don't know what to do. I understand. And that's why you got to really get with your guides. Maybe go and have a good reading. Some of us readers are real good at picking at that. And then I've got the Prince of Pentacles to represent some of the males, and remember the Pentacles have a lot to do with Earth. So especially about saving the Earth. And a lot of them are the warrior spirits that are really coming in here, to try to get things done. So we've got that energy. And Seven of Pentacles in the reverse position. Now that is especially about, that can be failure and that can be a poor harvest. And one of the things I want you to think about is in a poor harvest, things are growing, right? Well, even in the earth, look at it. Some things are going to fail to grow. Food and produce and things like that. Because of what, we are doing to the planet, we're going to run out of food. Okay, so this is one of the big things, that people are concerned on, that we got to save the earth for, right? That's a big one, guys. But I know, I get your frustration. And we got the Six of Pentacles, and that is especially about giving and giving to others. That's the giving and receiving card. So we just, you have gifts to give and share to the world. That's what you're coming in here with all this. You've got a team, of people that, and all these people, and you're all starting to come together and find each other. Social media has been great for that, or else you would have felt very alone. And how do I do this on my own and everything? So getting with a team and stuff like that, so we could do that, would be good. I've also got the Princess of Wands. So a lot of you have magical powers, a magic wand. Think of that. A lot of you, and there's a lot of women that are involved that are coming here because we need to balance that, the divine feminine, because, no offense to my men, but the divine masculine has done a lot of damage. Okay. It's just with the patriarchy and things like that, and men run the show and men go into war. You don't see a bunch of women trying to like go to war and be violent and stuff. It's just, not always, once in a while, a few, but, the princesses, the magic wand, they're coming with magical powers to make changes. And this is what it's about, guys. The Three of Swords, that suffering, those people, look at that person, see how they look all lost. They're lost and they're suffering and everything like that. And that's what we've got to help those people. The people that just feel like lost on the path and need guidance, so they too can awaken and see that they have a free spirit that is, built within them and so forth. And they feel like, look at all these forces that are just kind of bringing them down and so forth. So we're here especially for the downtrodden, the suffering, the outcast, the black sheep, to show them that there is a lot more to life than that. And we've got the Ace of Cups. So many of you are just loving spirits. You are here to show love and compassion, not only for the earth, but for humanity. And so that's what it's about. We've got to bring that love into the equation. So many people, just like that card I showed you, don't feel loved. And so, and we know love is the answer. We know deep down it's the answer. But we also got to be warriors too, And that's what we got to do. And that is the big problem right there. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse position, wealth. That is the big problem right there. It's all about the money. Notice it reversed. That puts the inverted pentagram. It kind of sets this one like that right there. Okay, it's all about money. Is why they're destroying the planet. It's all about money. Why people are suffering. While there's this big rich and poor. And then, of course, the Emperor reversed. These wars and these leaders that are very cruel and not taking care of people and not trying to help them and so forth. We've been dealing with this. This has put us where we are right now. Those in power, it's all about money. Okay, it's all about money. It's all about control. And that's what you guys are coming here to do, to break that system and break the chains so the people get the power. And stuff. They can set themselves free of that. So it's not just all about greed, greed, greed. That's what's destroying us, guys. All about some damn money. Okay? Money and power. Money and power. Both of those, I should say. With the Emperor to represent that and the wealth. So, we've got the Nine of Pentacles reversed. And then we've also got the Ace of Wands reversed. So what this kind of makes me feel is many of you are kind of sitting there, do I really have that magic within me? Maybe you are confused and you are not sure you are one of these people and things like that. But I'm telling you, if you're getting certain signs and seeing synchronicities, okay, I'm seeing 11:11 on the clock. I'm having some really vivid dreams and things like that. If you're resonating with certain spiritualities, you most likely are and stuff. And then also attracting abundance. Like, will I be able to accumulate enough abundance to be able to make my mission? Hey, I can't work for free. But I want you to notice there are a lot of light workers and a lot of spiritualists that are coming from other places that are starting businesses and doing all kinds of things and having spiritual retreats and doing readings and healings and all kinds of things. that are doing that, and Spirit does provide, because Spirit wants everything saved. That's what they want. And see, as I just said, that I drew the Eight of Pentacles, which is very much about employment, to be able to work in the field, to be able to save humanity. It doesn't mean you have to do the magical stuff like readers, healers, and all that, but even just working with nonprofit organizations and things like that that are about saving the planet, or even feeding the homeless, or various good things, and doing good deeds for people in some way in your work. Absolutely, you can do that. Yeah, let's go ahead and see here. Eight of Wands has been my COVID card. That is a big one. COVID has really been a massive influence of change. I think we've lost over 600,000 now. I think 675 is what I saw, and everything. And what's been going on with humanity, it's been a wake-up call for some people, but it's also put people to sleep. So it's been a very big challenge. But, with that, there are still some people that are awakening. But if you notice, during COVID, a lot of forces with conspiracy theories and things like that, people got hypnotized. They got heavily hypnotized what was going on, and very, very confused. And as I say that, Seven of Cups, that is about illusion. That is about delusions, and it can be also making poor choices. So just as I was talking about that, everybody's trying to manipulate, be it the media, the politicians, and everybody is trying to manipulate. Absolutely, absolutely. We've got a better government in right now. I feel like we've got a good leader who wants to do good things, but he's got a lot of people trying to stop him and stuff like that. But to be able to, look at that power with the Pentacles, Earth, Air, Water, Fire, Spirit, we're going to tap into that magic, and we're going to make a difference. So, a lot of heavy stuff. But yes, greed and power, that's what we're up against. That's what we're up against and stuff. And I know, like, when you feel like you're this little force in one, maybe I'm a 25-year-old light worker, that kind of thing. And you feel like, what am I up against? But when you unite with other groups and people, you will realize you have a little bit more power than you realize. Especially when you got that magic power, okay? Let's pull some oracle cards. Oh, let me go this way. And I've got the card Break the Chain. So we've got that's a big thing right there. We've got that chain that is on humanity, that it's got us in bondage. And we got to break the chain. So that makes sense. Good card. And I've got the card, You're Already Doing It. So if you're sitting there like, well, what do I do? Okay, what can I do to help humanity? I want to help. I want to do something. Obviously, if I came here from another place, I have a mission. You're already doing it. You're already in process. You're learning and everything. Here's one. Mintakan, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Okay, so a lot of people want to go home. That's a beautiful place. Look at that card. I'd want to go there too. I understand. But before you can go home, I'm sorry, light people, before you can go home, there is work to be done here. That's just the bottom line. That's what it comes down to. And we've got the Age of Light. Okay, the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. See, that's what I'm telling you. Good deck, huh? Good deck. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. You've been training for this for lifetimes. For this moment right now, okay, humanity was going to do this. That's just the bottom line. With certain things, the way, even just religion, with the way religion has messed people up to feel that that Spirit just wants to send them to hell for every little thing, just for looking at a woman or something. Just the various things that people have embedded in their mind, they're not free. So you've been training for this for lifetimes. And we've got the card Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. And that is a lot of people, and I do see it even in my group, which is a very small sector of the planet, but people are starting to get healing at a deep cellular level. They are transforming. So when you get frustrated and you see, you turn on your news and you see how humanity is acting, take another look from another angle at other people who are trying to transform and be better. And then there you go, Starseed, what lights you up? Going home. I know, that's what lights me up. Finishing this up so I can go home. I'm gonna lose my voice. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? That's a big part of what you guys are. You're being called to help save this planet. Can we do it? That remains to be seen. Of course, it's the only thing is we've got to try. We've got to try. But I have a feeling if it ends up becoming the end game, it's going to shock everybody. Birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Inevitably, we're going to do that. If we cannot save this planet, something's probably going to happen where everybody's going to go somewhere else. That's kind of one of the things that I've kind of felt. We will go, we'll have to, and things like that. And then don't forget your soul family. Your soul family is very important to connect with them during this time. I'm about to pull from my other deck. But this is doing really good. Mirror, who or what is triggering you? Humanity. Humanity, all this. The wealth, the power, the collective conscious that has got everyone hypnotized. That triggers me. So don't think I'm infallible, that I can't be triggered. I get very upset when I see certain things and stuff like that. But I know deep down we will be okay. I know there is a bigger plan that I can't necessarily see, but I do try to see. More starseed stuff. So water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. So try not to let this all exasperate you. Make sure to practice self-care, which is very important. Your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative, accountability. And you really, that is one of the things that the people that are coming from other places really have the ability to do. We all have the ability, but many who are asleep, they do not. They are cut from it because they don't see it. But how you really are creating what you see, your inner and outer are reflective of each other. That you especially, you are more aware of that than other people are. And we've got the card Starkeeper, Cosmic Ancestor, see the light by staying grounded. So make sure to just stay grounded during this time. There's so much going on, and especially to be able to unground us. It's very tough. You're not for everyone. That kind of makes me feel, me too. I relate to you guys. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. And stuff. So if people think you're weird, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But you know what? The more you shine your light and show who you are, other people will be less afraid, and they will get a little bit of courage, and they will come out as they are and stuff. And I've also got the card, I'm sorry. When I kind of look at that, the reason why I'm getting the card, I'm sorry, is I feel like some of you feel like, you know what, I'm sorry that I'm failing this planet. I know I have a mission, but I just don't know what to do. And I don't know how to fix this. And you're apologizing to the guides. Don't worry about it. They know you are doing your best. That's all you can do is do your best and stuff. But I know as far as, some of you wanting to go home right now, you're going to have to wait. Okay, you're going to have to wait. I know. I would like to go to a really nice planet too and stuff. But if I had to come back to Earth again, I would be mad and stuff. The Courageous Peony. So I've got that one. And that says, multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. That's exactly what I was saying. If you hide yourself and all the other light beings and everyone else hides themselves and won't come out as they are, at least shine your light. It doesn't mean you got to say where you're from. I'm not necessarily saying you've got to do all that. But if you just kind of shine your light, other people, that's where they're going to start lighting up around you and everything. And a lot of people will be like, how do I awaken? What can I do? They'll be very fascinated with you. And then they may trigger their own awakening. If they really want to, they can do that. And then we've got the card Inner Earth. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginning. I'll leave it right there. That's a good one. Let's just leave it at you'll survive this and everything. Very positive cards. I know, greed, power. That's some tough cards. That's what we're up against. That's what we're up against. I mean, it does blow my mind sometimes that I don't even know where to put these. It blows my mind sometimes that people, many people working to destroy the earth and pillage the resources, all for money to have now for themselves. Okay, all these rich, powerful billionaires and people just pillaging the earth to have stuff now. Like I watched that Seaspiracy show on Netflix about what they're doing to the ocean floor and what they're doing to the sea life. And they're doing just daily so much damage, and people throwing stuff into the ocean. How do they think humanity's going to survive this? How do they think humanity could possibly survive? But yes, I know, like, people, you're up against a very huge machine. You are up against a huge machine, and it's fierce and it's forceful and stuff. So the only thing we can do is try to wake up as many people as possible during this time. That's all we can really do, and really get that out there, before it's too late. That's the hard part. But we're up Emperor reversed, and the Emperor reversed for me is also the narcissist. People only think about themselves. They're cruel. They don't care who they hurt. It's all about money. They don't care who they hurt and stuff. And these people that are in power that do these things, it's incredibly damaging. It's incredibly damaging. But it's in it, one man in it for himself. That's all they care about. That's all they care about. They don't care about you, me, kids, anything like that. They're not looking, the bigger picture. I do feel we've got a leader in office who really wants to make a change, but he's up against something that is very fierce. I do feel Spirit put him in office, but he's up against, a big force that does not want him to accomplish anything. Okay, that's what it comes down to. That's the bottom line. And I can definitely see how these people seem like possessed by something, that are wanting to destroy the earth. And it's super hard to go up against. All we can do is be out there and spreading the messages, awakening humanity the best we can, and be involved, with, organizations and various things to save the earth, whatever we can, to kind of get on the right trajectory. But of course, just like, especially though, it's not just about the planet, but it's about the people, the people that are like this, that are suffering, that need help, to know that they are loved, and know that they are cared for. That's what the Ace of Cups is, to show them that love and compassion, that they matter. Okay, we talk a lot about people mattering over the last year with the COVID that hit and everything and stuff. But there are a lot of people, they're suffering in so many ways. Because of stuff like this, it all trickles down. It all trickles down and stuff, with all these people. That's why people are suffering. That's the bottom line. That's what it comes down to, be it addictions or, alcohol, drugs, or various things that they will do. And even look at mental health and what's happening because, people suffering, coming, challenging homes and various things, and it's affecting their mental health and, the way they're suffering. And then everybody wants to drug everybody, and get them on medications because that's part of Big Pharma and stuff. Now, I'm not saying I'm not against medication. I have to take medication, but I'm just saying, as far as somebody trying to get somebody on pills that cover their entire hand and ingest them daily and things like that, or especially, the opiates and things like that, there's no need for that, man, getting people addicted to things, that would kill them to get off of them. There's a whole lot we're up against, guys. You've got a mission. I know you want to walk away. That first card, I really would like to walk away if I could, but they're not letting me. I know. That's the way it is when you come with a mission.